Well, what it is I wanted to do something to remember my mom. So I wanted to also, for a while, take an old horror story and adapt it to Gibraltar. I've done these kinds of tales in England, and I've done it in the States, and I wanted to try it here. And you always try and stitch into whatever culture you're with. So I thought, well, let me see what kind of movies we could do. And the Village of the Damned is always such a great, scary thing. And that transports, it's an isolated village in the original Midwich Cuckoos by John Wyndham. And in the film, it's the same thing. And I thought, well, Gib's perfect for it. And Catalan Bay is that other side of Gibraltar. It's there, it's part of us, but it's a little isolated in its own way. And I thought that would be a nice way to spin the dice.
And how much fun has it been for the cast to really sink their teeth, as it were, into some of those roles? We see them all sitting up there.
Yeah, well, normally I'm telling them to calm down, and normally that's the way it is, but we're doing old-time radio style, so we're doing a 1940s radio show. In the old days, 16 years of glorious radio, you have had people filling theatres and watching live actors perform in front of microphones as the sound went out across the nation. They were happy to watch people reenact stuff and do shows live, so I've never seen that here. I thought it'd be a fun way of transporting an old story without having to build all those sets and make a movie. We could just read you a story in a fun way and you could enjoy that.
Now, I imagine there's a certain sort of pressure to that because acting is...
Theatre, Michael, are you crazy?
I mean, there's learning lines for a production and then going out there and living in the moment. But when you're sat around in that sort of situation and you're performing, sitting down and reading, how different is that? I mean, will they be reading or will they be acting?
They're doing both. They're acting out for you. They're doing voice work that you guys do every day. As you tell stories, you're crafting your voices to suit the very lines coming out of your mouth. My guys are just giving you, it's more cartoony, it's more larger than life. Push on sound, and that's a great thing to get to hear because we're losing that audio thing. It's a shame. Everything is always attached to a picture when we're watching it, but just audio is wonderful. I know you're a fan. That's a thing you like to listen to as well. It's a primitive thing of sitting around a fire. It's still the same thing. We're just using a radio instead of a fire.
And so there is a GBC connection to this as well. There's a couple of us involved in that, and there's a charity as well that you're helping.
Yes, there is. We're doing also our charities. We've got Stay Clean, a favourite of ours. We're going to help them. GBC Open Day, because the only way I can get you guys to be in my show is to actually get you guys to record stuff for me and fit it into the format. And I thought, well, it's a radio show, it's a horror, sci-fi. There's always scenes where reporters are giving information. So we have Kevin Ruiz has given us a piece, and the lovely Christine Cortez has given us a piece too. So we have melded those into our show, and obviously we're going to give to GBC Open Day to help with that. Our tickets are £10 and £7 for students and seniors. We are open tomorrow the 31st, and the 1st, come down and give us a good try.